I think you win in life when you just work hard for the things you want and you don't give up. And last year I did everything to be the best. When I heard myself, I definitely was disappointed. But I didn't let that like overcome me or take the best out of me. So the first thing I did, and I think it's on my mirror still, I wrote, "You get to write the end of your story."
I think what we were saying, if I remember back to our mantra, it was like, you know what, maybe this is a 2-year plan. Maybe it's not a 1-year plan. Maybe this is a 2-year plan, and although this was not expected, right, we wanted to win the games this year, maybe this is just part of that process. You're doing good with your shoulder.
Yeah.
The shoulder's doing good. You're ahead of schedule. You're gonna be ready for the Open.
Hopefully. Like it's coming so fast.
It really brings you back to reality that, you know, things are temporary and you have to have an appreciation for your health, and at any moment.
Well, that we are just lucky to be like this to start with.
You're really lucky. Things can go away at any moment.
You're lucky to have it at the first place.
It's a good experience to put things into perspective when you get, you know, really wrapped up in your own stuff. So that's one thing. It kind of humbles you and puts things in perspective. The second thing it does is it really challenges you to stay focused on being, I think, in the moment, because when you're injured, you're not where you want to be, and you can let that eat you up and, you know, tear you from the inside out, or you can focus on what you need to do today and find the good things about that and the successes in each thing you're doing and completely change your perspective. So I'm really impressed with how Cam has been able to do that, because I know that for the old Cam and for a lot of people, it would end up being something that could potentially be a negative experience. Like, hey, this really sucked. I lost a year of competing and I hurt my shoulder and poor me. But she's taken it as a good opportunity to find ways to feel successful in everything she does and give more to other people and invest yourself in some other projects.
Like, a lot of people write to me and they're like, "Oh, you're so positive and this and that," and I'm like, it's just a boo-boo. I don't have like anyone who died around me or someone who has like, you know, terminal illness or something like that. I just have a boo-boo, so it's fine.
The process of going into surgery, a lot of people would just shut it down and be like, "Oh, I'm having surgery." And she actually rehabbed her arm really, really hard for those few weeks between the games and her surgery to be able to have a higher entry level before she had to shut it down, which ultimately reduced her recovery time. Because of the nature of Cam's injury, which was a shoulder that was dislocating multiple times and the torn labrum, the first month was a lot less in terms of what she could do with the arm. So she had to keep it relatively stabilized and mobile. But as soon as she was cleared for activity and pain-free range of motion, you better bet she was doing every exercise the doctor would allow her to do 10 times more than he asked her to do it, because she wanted to get there fast.
Getting range of motion back is the hardest. It's not all the way there yet, still. It's annoying.
It's that last little bit.
Yeah.
You progressed pretty fast getting your arm from here to here, but it was that range of motion of being able to completely open it without letting anything else move.
I'm still not there yet, but it's coming.
It's getting better.
Yeah. It's easy to build strength. Gaining range of motion, it demands a lot of patience and work.
You gotta want it.
Yeah.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
How bad do you want it? Bark like a dog.
No.
Okay.
You're annoying. Oh. All right, 25. I compete for the challenge and it's just so exciting. exciting, you have a shot at being the best at something. It's pretty cool. So if you're like, yeah, I'm cool not winning again, then like maybe you shouldn't compete anymore. It's exciting to have a purpose. It's exciting to be back in the underdog chair. I think like when I heard myself my purpose to switch, like I get to right the end, I'm gonna have the biggest comeback in history.